Welcome to the Dr. Mudgil podcast. This is episode 82. We are in the middle of June. It is, it's beautiful out there. It's nice and warm. Feels like summer. Father's Day is upon us. So first and foremost, I'd like to wish all of my fellow dads out there a very happy Father's Day. I hope you have a wonderful day with your families, with your kiddos. I'm looking forward to this weekend. A little barbecue action, hopefully, if the weather holds up. Might try to sneak in a little bit of golf, which will be fun. My first round this year, so hopefully I still remember how to hit the ball. I haven't touched a club since the fall, but I'm gonna try to get out there later today to hit that range a little bit. You know, see where the skills. See how dismal the skills are. But this podcast is going to be kind of like a hashtag Ask Dr. Mudgil series podcast. And, you know, there's some questions surrounding, especially, you know, this time of year with summer approaching, you know, everyone's getting ready to hit the pool and the beach. There's some questions regarding exercise and skin and the effects of exercise and on skin, etc. So I'm going to dive into that a little bit. I'm going to try to go over some misconceptions about exercise and skin, and that's what this podcast is all about. So first, exercise and skin. So the first thing I just want to address before we get into some of the nuts and bolts here are, you know, how to exercise safely and protect your skin. So now that the warmer months are upon us, you know, many of us are exercising outside. You know, folks are playing tennis outside or swimming outside or playing golf or running outside. So really, this is the key, and it's part of my 3-step anti-aging strategy, is to make sure you're wearing sunscreen. Protecting your skin from the sun is probably the single most important thing that you can do for your skin. Obviously, it prevents skin cancer. Wearing sunscreen, avoiding peak sun hours, wearing hats, sun shirts, all that sort of stuff. But it also protects your skin from getting wrinkly, getting freckly, getting sun damage, all signs of photoaging. So generally what I recommend is a minimum SPF 30 sunscreen, ideally one that has either titanium or zinc in it, which are mineral blockers that physically block the sun's rays. And, those actually protect you against skin cancer and photoaging. So it's kind of you kill two birds with one stone. And the key really is, if you're going to be outside for an extended period of time, like if you're playing golf, you can't avoid the sun because you're in the sun. You just have to make sure that you reapply. So, generally what I tell my fellow golfers is make sure you put sunscreen on before you go out. When you hit the turn, which is, when you're going from going to the back 9 holes, make sure you put some sunscreen on. And if you're going to be participating in the 19th hole, which means you might be having some adult beverages or lunch, and frequently that's done outside, make sure you put on a little more sunscreen before you do that. So the key is wear sunscreen, make sure you reapply it. It's very, very important. Again, a minimum SPF 30, ideally something that has titanium or zinc in it. So that's my little spiel on sun safety, exercising safely in the outdoors. Just one last thing I want to say is make sure, even if it's a cloudy day, because UV rays do get through those clouds, make sure you are protecting yourself even on cloudy days. So that's just, again, my little spiel on exercising safely in the sun. Now, exercise and the skin. So exercise is, obviously I'm a proponent of exercise. It's hugely beneficial for all of our organ systems. Exercise is beneficial for our minds, our brains. It reduces stress. It also alters the way our cortisol affects our system, our stress hormone. It helps us sleep better, which is all very beneficial to all of our organ systems. Obviously, it's good for our hearts. For our skin, so when you exercise, your skin becomes into like this, this metabolic mode, and all your cells are activated. Obviously, the cells in your muscles are activated to become more metabolically active, but all of our cells actually become more metabolically activated by exercising. So it's good for our skin, it's good for our gastrointestinal system, it's good for all of our organs. Skin in particular benefits from exercise because you have more blood flow to the skin. Your body is generating heat, more blood goes to your skin to dissipate some of that heat. So we sweat, which enables us to excrete some toxins that, through our sweat, which is obviously beneficial. Because of increased blood flow to the skin, we're bringing more nutrients to our skin cells, and we're also carting away toxins and waste material from our skin cells. So, those are all obviously huge benefits. Those are primary skin benefits from exercise, but exercise obviously is just good for you. I don't need to tell you that. I think everybody knows that. And it's important, particularly as we accumulate wisdom like myself. My 48th birthday is approaching. It's important for us to maintain exercise, especially as we get older. For us aging folks like myself, resistance exercise, I would say, is the most important thing to do. Some kind of, weight lifting or weight bearing exercise is good for our muscles and our bones. It's also good for our skin for the aforementioned reasons. So obviously exercise is good for you. It's good for all of our organs, and it's good for our skin. I think those are all very obvious statements. But there are some myths surrounding, or misconceptions surrounding, exercise and skin. So one of them is, when I exercise, I break out more. It's bad for my acne. And, there actually is some truth to that. So exercise doesn't cause acne. It's not going to make the acne on your face or anything like that worse. So that's a misconception. But if you get body acne and you're wearing occlusive, spandexy type clothing, and you're not getting out of that clothing after you sweat, then yes, that can actually irritate your skin and can stimulate some acne to form. Particularly, it's like an irritant type of acne that's called acne mechanica. So it is important to get out of your sweaty skin, out of your sweaty gym clothes as soon as you're done working out. Again, fairly obvious statement, but some of us are not doing that. We kind of sit around in our sweaty clothes, and that's not good for us. It's not good for our skin. So after you exercise, get out of your sweaty stuff, take a shower, make sure you moisturize after you get out of the shower while your skin is still damp, and that will help to prevent any exercise related outbreaks. Let me reference some stuff folks have sent me about misconceptions with exercise and skin. Where is this? All right, so exercise worsens acne, that we just discussed. Myth 2. I don't think this is a myth, actually. Sweating detoxifies the skin. That is actually not a myth. I think sweating is very good for our bodies. So our bodies gets rid of toxins multiple ways. We get rid of it through our digestive system. So we get rid of toxins through, the waste that we produce. We get through toxins through urine. Our kidneys get rid of a lot of toxins. Our liver gets rid of a lot of toxins. And some toxins are actually released from our sweat glands. So sweating is a physiologically good thing. So that is actually not a myth. Sweating is actually a good way for our body to release some of the toxins that are formed. Again, the key with sweating is, especially if you're wearing like tighter gym clothes, like spandexy type stuff, and folks that do wear that stuff tend to break out on their backs, their chest, their butts, their upper thighs. If you're wearing compression type tights or that sort of thing. So the key is sweat, work out and sweat, but make sure you get out of that sweaty stuff as soon as you're done working out. Wash it off with soap and water. Make sure you moisturize the damn skin to keep it from getting dry, and that will keep you from breaking out. The third thing is exercise causes skin dryness. I've actually never heard that. I've never heard actually really any of these myths other than the acne one. But exercise does not make your skin dry. What can make your skin dry is showering after you exercise and not applying moisturizer. So particularly for us older folks who exercise, as we get older, our skin just naturally gets drier. The enzymes in our skin that moisturize our skin, they slow down as we age. So I'm at the age now where, even after I wash my hands, I have to moisturize my hands after I do it. After I shower, I have to put moisturizer on, because if I don't, my skin gets dry. It has nothing to do with exercise. It just has to do with showering after exercise and the normal physiologic changes that happen as we get more gray hair. So again, as I mentioned, you should get out of your sweaty clothes, shower, but make sure you moisturize your skin while it's still damp, and that locks in all that moisture from the shower and keeps your skin from drying out. The benefits are, this is all obvious stuff, and I probably don't need to make a whole podcast about this, but the benefits of exercise are obvious. It's good for our entire body. It's good. It's good psychologically. It's good physiologically. It's obviously, good for maintaining our strength and our proprioception and all the things that are very, very important. It stimulates all of the cells in our body to become metabolically primed and active, including our skin cells. But just as I mentioned previously in the podcast, the key when you're exercising, particularly when you're exercising in the summer months while you're outside, is to practice sun safety. So make sure you're protecting yourself from the sun, wearing hats, wearing sun shirts, wearing sunscreen. Make sure you reapply that sunscreen. And that's pretty much all I have to say about exercise and the skin. So with that, I hope you all have a wonderful, restful weekend. Again, for all the dads out there, I wish you a very, very, very happy Father's Day. Hope you have a wonderful day with your weekends, ready to rest and just recharge and are ready to crush the week ahead. Let's get it.